not alone. Remember that God is with you and He loves you so much. Hi guys, welcome back to Life Source channel, and today we are going to be talking about your 2026 goals as a Christian. If you're new here, my name is Ezeuchi Michelle. I'm a medical student and I talk about living a Christ-like living a Christ-like life. I talk about your Christian lifestyle and how we can walk in this our Christian world. I just talk about Christian stuff. And if you're new here, please you can follow up if you like my content. So we're going to get right into setting your 2026 goals as a Christian. How are we going to set our 2026 goals as a Christian? What are we going to set? Now, everybody has their own different goals, so I'm just going to say the way I did my own, and if you find this helpful, you can do it the same way. In the first paper, I brought a journal and I brought sticky notes. I wrote number 1, I wrote my 2026 priorities. My 2026 priorities, I wrote it in a pyramid manner, meaning like from biggest to the smallest. So the most important is at the top of the pyramid, you get. It's at the apex. Then the most least important this year is at the bottom. After making this my sticky notes priorities, I brought out another piece of paper and I wrote out my God. I wrote who God is to me on this sticky notes. Now this is going to help me to always remember who God is to me, and it's really going to help me, especially when doubts and fear come in, because I'm going to be reminded to go back to this piece of paper. And when I remember all the things God have done for me, nobody will tell me to continue pushing and be grateful in all I do. The next thing I wrote was my what. What am I going to be doing in my 2026 now? I don't want to be confused this year. Nobody wants to be confused. So I wrote my what. What am I going to be doing? And I wrote my what according to priorities. So first of all, I'm a medical student. So I wrote, and I'm a Christian. So I wrote God number 1. God's my number 1 priority, followed by medicine and surgery, then content creation, and then other things. You see, I'm putting according to my priorities. You understand? So what are you going to be doing in this 2026? The next thing I wrote was my why. I have up like 3 whys here. Why am I doing this in 2026? Why am I committing to God? Why am I committing to medicine and surgery? Why am I committing to content creation? Yours can be any other thing. I don't know what your goals, I don't know what your priorities are, but they might not be the same. The only similarities between us now is that we both love God and God is our life source. So like we are both Christians. Yes. What you're going to write is how are you going to achieve this? This includes your systems, your plans, your values, the values you are going to keep this 2026 that will help you achieve this your goals. How are you going to achieve your 2026 goals? How are you going to achieve your what? Your what are kind of like your goals, you get, your commitments. Now your why are the reasons behind your goals, your commitments. Now your how is how, or should I say like the systems you're going to put in place to achieve your goals and your commitments this 2026. And then your God is who God is to you, because at the end God is always with us and He's going to fight for us every battle. And at a point in time in life, we tend to doubt God, we tend to get afraid of so many circumstances. When you remember what God has done to you and done for you in your past life, trust me, you are going to be holding your head up high and continuing this journey. You are not alone. Remember that God is with you and He loves you so much. Subscribe to this channel if you loved my video, because I'll be posting more content and more Christian content, more relatable Christian content, and more student content, reading and how my journey is as a medical student with God. See you next time. Life Source channel loves you. Bye. So